This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 968. 4 Key Concepts of Injury Prevention You're Missing, Part 2, by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakablebody.com. And I'm Dr. Neil Malik, your narrator of blogs covering health and fitness. I read to you from some of the most popular blogs out there, with permission from the authors, of course. Now, today's post is a continuation from yesterday. So, if you're new here or skipping around, definitely check out yesterday's episode first. That's episode 967. Oh, and if you're looking for accountability with your diet and fitness habits, a Facebook group can help with that. And we have one for the podcasts where you're welcome to post and meet like-minded people. You can find that at oldpodcast.com/Facebook, or just search for Optimal Living Daily Podcasts on Facebook and request access to join. With the coronavirus concerns, you might be feeling a little isolated, so definitely check out our Facebook page to join other like-minded people. And with all that's going on in the world right now, I think we need a little bit of inspiration, well, which I happen to do every Wednesday, but I think particularly now, we need this little bit of extra hope. So here's a quote that I thought was kind of appropriate for what we might be experiencing. People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out, but when the darkness sets in, their beauty is revealed only if there is a light from within. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. And with that, let's get right to part 2 and continue optimizing your life. 4 Key Concepts of Injury Prevention You're Missing, Part 2, by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakablebody.com. So let's return to the question at hand. What is an unbreakable body? It is adaptable. Having an adaptable body means that you can respond to a variety of external forces on your body. Here's an example of a body that is not adaptable. I don't walk around barefoot. It hurts too much. Each of our feet has 26 bones and 33 joints, and many of those joints can articulate more than one way, meaning they can rotate in addition to flexing and extending. Why do you think we have so many joints and bones in our feet? It's so that you can travel across a variety of terrains and adapt to each of them. So you're able to cover rocky ground, sloped ground, angled ground, odd terrain, and you can cling to things better like trees, beams, rocks, etc. The immediate thought in many of your heads after hearing this last sentence was probably, but I don't plan on traveling across any terrain like that, especially not barefoot. Right. So let me ask you these 2 questions. 1. Well, first, why not? There is so much earth to explore, and it's going to be rocky when you get off the main paved path. But more importantly, 2, have you ever stepped wrongly and felt your foot or ankle sort of give out on you? When did that happen? Most likely, it happened when you stepped off a curb or when you turned and stepped at the same time. So what? Are you so weak that you can't even step off a curb correctly? No. It's likely that your foot has become unskilled at using all of its joints. The soft tissue around them has become rigid. Those joints might have even started changing their actual bony shape. This is what happens when bunions form. You actually grow bone where there wasn't bone to begin with because the body has been compensating with that faulty movement pattern for so long. If you don't use your body, you lose the ability to do so. It's quaint, but it's true. Your foot was able to travel over uneven ground at one point, but shoes, walking on treadmills, and sitting in chairs, just to name a few, have all reduced your ability to move in all directions and to do so in a coordinated and strong, stable fashion. Which brings us to the next thing an unbreakable body is. It is coordinated. If you've ever seen an image or video of the skeletal system while swimming, you'll see all these parts light up with each swim stroke, and each stroke is happening in 1 second or less. As you walk, get up out of the chair, run, squat and pick up your kid, a similar complex and coordinated firing of muscles is happening in your body, or at least it's supposed to be happening. But if you've lost the ability to coordinate high-quality movement patterns, what's happening instead is an over-recruitment of a few muscles and minimal, if any, recruitment of the muscles you're meant to use in that pattern. Let's go back to our foot example from earlier. You have 33 joints in your foot, and many of them can move more than one way. In fact, according to Katie Bowman, you actually have 8.6 times 10 to the 36th power unique positions. If your main arch begins to disappear, remember, you have 3 arches in your foot, not 1, One way you may compensate for the work the main arch is meant to be doing is by over-recruiting the anterior tibialis, plantar fascia, or Achilles, as well as excessively lengthening the peroneals as part of the compensation pattern. Coordinated movement comes from muscles that are in a good length-tension relationship and that are well connected to the brain. We know that previous ankle sprains put you at a greater risk for future ankle sprains. This has to do with the fact that an ankle sprain disrupts the brain signaling to the soft tissue around the ankle. You don't have to have a sprained ankle to have faulty movement patterns down below. Our feet are strong when we use them. If you've been in well-cushioned or positive-heeled shoes, your foot muscles haven't been working very hard at all, and you can expect that there are most likely gains to be made in your brain-body connection between your ankle and foot. This isn't just about avoiding sprained ankles, although that's great too. This is about avoiding ankle and foot pain. And to take the concept and lay it out over the entire body, this is about eliminating all of those common but normal aches and itis-type injuries that creep in and create a breakable body. Which way are you really going? When you take action, you expect there to be a result that moves you forward. How forward are you actually moving if you're carrying with you injuries and aches that showed up and never left? Are you really moving backward if you shift your course to check your foundational strength and mobility and address areas that are causing you problems? Well, it's truly not a backward step if it's making you better in the long run. Whether you learn that now or later is up to you. Progress doesn't always look like more reps or more miles or more. We're in this for the long haul, so you're either going to fix your issues now or you're going to fix them later. The timeline is yours for the choosing, but you're not escaping subpar movement quality. Remember, a suit of armor is one thing. What's underneath that suit is another. How is your foundational strength holding you up? How is it adapting and coordinating as you move through life? A body that is durable can do many different things. It can bounce back from the body-crushing reality of our modern-day, mostly seated lifestyle. It can hold up through the training of your first marathon. It can hike. It can bike. It can do that more thing that you want so badly for your life. And when it comes time to relax, it can do that comfortably without needing to constantly adjust to find a better position. To do this, do not just set out to be armored to the gills. Instead, consider the notion of building a body that is adaptable, that is coordinated in its muscular contractions and its capacity to work. That is a body that will be durable and capable of sustaining high-quality movement capacity now and for many years to come. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled 4 Key Concepts of Injury Prevention You're Missing by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakablebody.com. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. Earlier this week, I read a post all about making things a priority. This is no different. In order to make your body truly unbreakable or adaptable, we have to put in the work. We have to put in the time. If we keep doing what we're doing and neglect some of our body parts, well, you're not going to have an unbreakable, adaptable body. And believe me, there are weak spots on my body that I hate working. But you know what I hate more? Chronic aches and pains. And so to me, it's worth making these neglected body parts a priority so that I don't have to deal with all these aches and pains later. So make a little time to work some of those muscles that maybe you don't prefer to work, but it's been a while since you've actually used them. Spend some time using those muscles. Spend some time doing yoga or Pilates, because what we're learning from the research, not just my opinion, is that those exercises do increase mind-body awareness. Take time to do some deep stretching, because trust me, it's worth taking the time now. All right, that's it for today. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for sharing the show with someone, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.